So we're working actually in terms of economic development. We're working with a wonderful group of fisher women, it's mostly fisher women, who are working on aquaculture for mussels and oysters. And this is a just fantastic, I was talking to you about how do you build community just a minute ago. This is a fantastic group of women and men who see a huge opportunity to build back their community through the sea. And through the work with aquaculture, with algae production and so forth. And all the raw materials are just sitting there for them. The situation is just sitting there for them. But these are people who are quite poor, and a lot of their savings and everything have been wiped out. So if in some way Recupera Chile can give them a little dance floor for them to dance on, we'll have that rebuilding of community. And if it has to do with shellfish, I'll be very, very happy. We've been working with a number of groups. One of them is the Chilean Navy. We've been working with a foundation called the Mar de Chile, or the Seas of Chile Foundation. And we've been working with the principal in the school on having one of the topics for the summer school be love of the sea.
Psychological issues to health issues. And when you think about who sort of has all of that expertise under one roof, it's a university. So we find that universities make great partners with communities in providing that sort of sense of resources where you can bring in an expert on, soil composition, because, for example, in Dichato and Perales that were devastated by tsunami, the salinization of the soil from the saltwater intrusion into the meant that either you had to remediate the soil to be able to grow crops again, or you had to find crops that could actually tolerate a higher salinity in the soil. And experts on agriculture and on biology were absolutely necessary for that. And in that same community, you needed people who could work on and do mental health counseling and provide, and then you needed people from the School of Education to come in and work with how to rebuild schools and get education restarted in the community. And people from the business school to come in and work with on business restoration and livelihood restoration.